What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2. Now, it is, Sunday night, late Monday morning? Actually, Monday morning for me right now, as it is, it's after midnight now. And we're just a little over a day away from the Power Surge update, which is going to bring some of those balance fixes with the Power Up update into the game. And it's got us all crying buckets and buckets of tears over our newfound love for the Poison Dart Tower and what has been the dominant force here of late, and the archers. Now, we don't know what the changes are that are coming to those quite yet. They don't have any solid facts yet as to exactly what the changes will be. But one thing we do know is that if we look at some of the positives of this update, one of the awesome additions is it's going to be bringing some much needed love to our wonderful Earth Shatter Tower. And this tower, of course, just doesn't get used. Nobody's used it. I haven't seen a video of anybody using it. I haven't jumped into a game with anybody using it. It's definitely one of the most underused towers in Dungeon Defenders 2. Now, it's been a long time since I built anything but Frosties on my Apprentice, and I looked at this as an opportunity to bust out juice number 3, as I had a third Apprentice sitting that I wasn't using. I got my Frosty Apprentice, of course, and my DPS Apprentice, but I had juice 3 sitting and unused. He was completely naked and everything, never geared him or did a thing. So basically, I went on and got him set up for the Earth Shatter Tower, as we know there's going to be some love coming to it here on Tuesday. Now, there's also going to be a change to the Ramster, but I particularly am more excited about the buff to the Earth Shatter Tower than I am about the buff to the Ramster. So anyway, this is what I did. I busted out Juice 3, of course, and started putting a set of gear for him together. Although we don't know what the buff is going to be, we do know that some of the general rules of building are that we're going to want to get our crit to 30%. 30% is the max for your defenses, so you're going to want to be sitting at 30% there. As many people have asked, you can get this number on your character sheet over 30%. However, when you lay down the tower and inspect it, you're actually only going to get 30% worth of potential out of it. Now, so what I did was, as with any builder, my first 50 points went into range, my next 100 points went into attack speed, defense speed, of course, and then I maxed out defense power, and I've got 30 points left. I'm just going to throw those into defense crit. Now, I don't know if there's going to be any changes in the scaling or whatever with defense crit on Earth Shower. We don't know what the changes are going to be quite yet. But we do have a tower here that at Tier 1 is knocking out 17,000 DPS without crits. And then when we look at the crits in the mix, we're, just over 30,000 DPS. So it's a tower that actually has some great potential. Then, of course, you got the knock-up sphere, which you can use. In your large slot, the Earthy Knock-Up, 15% chance for Earth Shatter Tower attacks to knock up enemies. And, that could add a little potential CC into the mix there. Now, for the rest of my spheres, I went with the regular Apprentice range on the 2 mediums. I did have to throw crit into 2 of the smalls, and the defense speed, of course, into another small. For an Uber, I'm throwing on the Shielding Guard, just because I don't intend for this tower to get hit very often, but it does have 30,000 health with the current set of gear that I have. So it can take a shot, and that's going to throw a little shield on it. Now, as far as gear goes, like I said, we don't know what the changes are going to be as of yet. I tried to stick mainly towards a defense power, defense crit build, where I wasn't too concerned about defense health, as I'd like to stick these Earth Showers where they're not actually going to be taking a lot of damage. Take a quick look through the gear here that I have. I've got using a blaster caster weapon with defense power. I wasn't really concerned about any of the passives on it other than crit. I got 5% crit on it, so I was pretty happy with that. This is a slightly, lower item power blaster caster, definitely not my best one. but it's the best weapon I had at the time just to fill this character in and get him ready for some awesomeness. Now, important on the headpiece. The headpiece is the only item that has a passive that will roll on it that's specific to the Earthshatter Tower. So you see the Fault Line passive, Earthshatter Tower explosion radius increased by 14%. I'm not sure what the max is on that, but every piece I have all has 14% on it. So I'm assuming that's getting close to where it should be. Let me know in the comments below if you've got a Fault Line passive that's higher than that, as I've yet to see one. Of course, on that head, also focus it on defense power, defense crit damage. Now you see none of this gear is upgraded all the way. I did throw some ups into it, but did nothing exceptional. The only two passives I'm concerned with at all on all of the other pieces are going to be defense crit, of course, as we want to get that up, and then Vector Corrector, as Vector Corrector does work with the Earth Shatter. As we look, let's see, take a look at the range here. It's 4,515. And then say we got rid of, say, that chest. It actually didn't drop the range at all. So I am standing corrected there. Vector Corrector does not work with Earth Shatter. Or maybe it's a new one that I lay down. Let me try that. I'll lay a different one down here and see if that's affected at all. Let's see, 4515. Oh, there we go, it is affected. So this one, the range is 5200 on it. How strange. Where it actually should have went down, as I lost a piece. Let's see, with the 5200, and now it's 5304. Okay, there we go. I got myself a little confused there for a moment, because although this is a tower that only affects ground targets, it is considered a projectile. So Vector Corrector will indeed work for you. So you're just looking for Vector Corrector, defense crit, chance, and then defense power and defense crit damage on all of your pieces. Now I still have like this medallion here with defense power, defense health. I would have much rather rolled defense crit, but whatever, I'll take it. And once again, Fault Line on the headpiece, so that is one of the mandatory components you'll want. Now you see, you know, the blast going up in the air as it hits. That is that large sphere that gives it the chance to knock up enemies. They probably could have chosen a different term. But anyway, that is the official game's term for the shooting the enemies into the air. And then as a pet, I'm just bringing along this Golden Possessed Sword that I just finished getting up to level 60. It doesn't have the best stats on it, but I'm getting 335 defense power and 337 defense crit damage out of it. I won't have this character out during the round, so I'm not concerned with what their ability is at all. But anyway, my dreams for Tuesday evening, are going to be some Earthshatter Towers with, say, some Frosty Protons in the mix. Of course, the Protons aren't going to do anything to the dummy. Get some Frosty Protons in the mix, freezing things up, and then we'll give them another little blast with the Frosty Towers on top of it. So the Frosty Towers are going to be buffing those Proton Beams, which are going to freeze, and then we're going to get the knock-up from the Earthshatter Tower. Now remember that the Earthshatter Tower will shatter frozen targets, so that's another huge plus to the combination of Frosty, Protons, and Earthshatter. So this is the flavor I'm going with Tuesday night. Hey, unfortunately, I've got to work Tuesday, so I won't be able to check out Power Surge until I get home. But there is going to be some Frosty, Proton, Earth-shattering goodness going on over at my place for certain. But anyway, that's going to do it for now. Hope you guys are excited about the Power Surge update. It's going to bring positives too. It's not just a nerf of the PDTs and the archers. And I know that's what everybody is thinking. But thanks again. We'll see you.